Moving on to our next session. Up next, we explore the world of dreams, magic, and storytelling with Simi Nallaseth. An artist, filmmaker, and animator, Simi is known for her work on various films, ads, and music video, as well as the Oscar-nominated Ice Age, which actually happens to be a personal family favorite. Dream Blanket, the fantasy feature that she co-wrote, is a graphic novel that invites readers to a story shrouded in magic and mystery, set in the mighty Himalayas. Please welcome her onto stage.
Hello. Greetings and kuzuzangpola to everyone and namaste to everyone and a very warm welcome to all our guests. My name is Simi Nallaseth and I'm a filmmaker and now also a graphic novel writer along with two other writers, Shaiontoni Bose and ZacharyCoffin, who could not make it here, but I'm carrying them in my heart and you'll feel their presence here. So I want to thank everyone, especially the festival organizers and His Majesty and everyone who's contributed to making this festival possible. And actually I was really delighted to hear about the theme of the festival, which is the wisdom of balance, harmonizing heritage, nature, and the human spirit. Because I was really happy and because it really aligns with my book, my intention for writing this story. And the reason I actually wanted to write this story was I wanted to inspire the younger generation on how to navigate through difficult and challenging situations. So Dream Blanket is actually about being true to yourself and authentic to yourself first. But then that's a really hard question. So what I wanted to show was there is a way in which we can make correct choices so that we don't harm anyone and we can only help. And I want to share an incident which will actually make it easier to understand. So I grew up in Kolkata and I grew up in a very all-in-one family. Like my mother's side was Sikhs and my father's side was Hindu. And my father studied in Aligarh University, so he insisted on Muslim customs. And my sister and me, we went to Catholic school. So in this crazy, confusing house was my very, very loving and spiritual Nani, my mother's mother, who I call Nani. And she was the biggest inspiration in my life, and she still is. And she's actually one of the biggest inspirations why I wanted to write this story. So one day, I was bullied a lot in school because I was short. I still am short. And so they used to call me tiny, shrimp, and moody. Like in India, we have moody, the rice puffs. So, and all these, horrible names. But the worst one was bonsai, because that would really get to me. And so I used to cry a lot because I was bullied. And one day I came home crying, and my Nani was there. And I told her, look, these kids are bullying me all the time. And I'm getting kind of really sad about this. And she was like, very sweet. And she said, she used to call me Simma, because my Nani was Sikh, so she was Punjabi. For those who don't know what Punjabis and Sikhs are, they worship Guru Nanak and speak in Punjabi, and they're from Punjab. So she said, Simma, forgive them and love them. Because they are suffering. And I was like, wait a minute. They are suffering? I am the one who's suffering. They're bullying me. They are having fun bullying me. They're laughing at me. She's saying, no, they are suffering. She said, you are suffering, but they are suffering more than you. Because that's why they are bullying you. And this would just not sit with me as a 10-year-old. And I was like, this is really not right. And it's not true. This can't be. And then I was like sitting really cross, like always angry because I was getting bullied. So she used to do this very sweet thing, and this always used to I used to just love it when she used to do this. She used to take her big shawl and she used to just wrap, she's always sitting angry, and she used to take her shawl and wrap it around me very sweetly. And then she would say, Simma, ek omkar satnam, ek omkar satnam. It's actually a Punjabi prayer which means God is one. And that truth, God's name is truth, and that truth is eternal. I'm just giving you the gist of it. And it is fearless, and it is without hate. And that's why she was telling me to pray for them. And but then I was like, I'm still really angry and all. But anyway, her embrace was so warm and loving, and I can still feel it. And it felt like the whole world was hugging me, with that her shawl embrace. So that night, actually, against my will, I was really angry, I actually found myself praying for them. I said, Nani says, so I'll do it. And then I did it. And then something really amazing happened. I go back to school, and in a few days, the same people who were bullying me actually stopped bullying me, and we became really good friends. And to my 9-year-old, 10-year-old mind, this was absolutely magical. Something really magical had happened. And I couldn't internalize it. I couldn't explain it to my parents or my sister. But I felt like I'd found a magic wand. And if I do this, I think all my problems can be solved. Like in my child brain, my little brain. So, and as I grew up, as a child, I really didn't fully understand her Ek Omkar wisdom. But as I grew up and I went to America to work, and there not only was I short, but I was also brown. And there were very challenging situations. And then I got married, then there were children, I had children. I would always remember my Nani's. Every time I was in a difficult situation, I'd remember my Nani's wisdom. And that Ek Omkar would resonate in my mind. And I would actually do what she had told me to do. And I found this deep inner peace every time I did this. And it really wasn't so much about the situation, whether it changed or it didn't change, or it softened or it didn't soften. I just found this peace. And I actually found that really this is the way to be. Something is very truthful about this. Something is very... If God was to think and feel, then he would think and feel like this. That's how I kind of put it. And so so over the years, it's benefited me a lot, my Nani's wisdom. So, so thank you, Your Excellency. I just want to thank you for bringing me here. And so my Nani's wisdom helped me a lot over the years. And now I wanted to write a story to share it with younger children. To pass on this truth to the next generation of young kids, because I know everyone has their truths and everyone works out their challenges in their own way. But if even one girl or one child like me who was suffering and was painful, is bullied, if it can help them, then I think I'm fine. So, so that was my main intention for writing this story. And now we can take a look at a few slides, which is about Dream Blanket. Sorry. So this story actually came from a film script. I actually first wrote the film script that we made into a graphic novel. And it's a film that inspires compassion and unconditional love. And first of all, I want to thank, I wouldn't be here without my friends. Shanab, who told me to actually go ahead and make the graphic novel. Yesterday, he was saying, get out and act. That's compassion. So, and Chami Cheda, who's here, Chami, without her, I don't think the book would have happened. And we made this book in Bhutan. with Mr. Tharchan from IBest Studios and Yuri Buni, who's the art director at IBest Studios. I want to thank also my co-writers are there, Shaiontoni, Bose and ZacharyCoffin. These are my beloved artists, Jasbinder Singh, Ritu Brata, who, I mean, they're like my brothers who have been inspiring me to make this graphic novel, and they've also worked on it, done beautiful designs. And Ashutosh, he's a music director and songwriter, has done beautiful songs for it. Mahesh, a friend and producer. Zachary Sklar, he's a friend and a story consultant. He's actually won the Oscar for JFK. He's very talented. Dinesh Kapoor is a story contribution. He did story contribution. And Nishat is right now our film producer. And a huge, huge thanks. I mean, I can't even have words to express my gratitude to Sangeeta Bansali, our publisher who published our book in Mumbai first, because she was so selfless and she was so dedicated to the book, and she helped us finish a beautiful finished book. And then there are many friends and family members, Chris Wedge, who gave me amazing notes. The book wouldn't have been so beautiful without its notes. And Nandita Gupta, Arundhati Das Gupta, Lisa Goldman, and so many friends and family members. I just want to first acknowledge them, and then I'll go to the story. And Gyani, he was like my friend, very dear friend, Gyani, who's passed away, late Gyani, Gyaneshwar, for his selfless service and artistic contribution. And this book is dedicated to him. I mean, he was such a bodhisattva. He was just amazing. And so the book is basically about a young weaver. She must summon all the compassion she can to rescue her father from a vicious demon queen who desires to terrorize all realms with a nightmarish dream blanket. And the inspiration of the story, I was inspired by the Himalayan culture because I travel a lot to Nepal and I've been to Bhutan too. But basically, I just love the weavers of the Himalayan culture and the weaving and their dedication to the craft. So, yeah. The tone is dreamy, it's enchanting and mysterious. So we are setting this film in Merak Saktin in Bhutan because I just love the Brokpa community. They're a community of weavers and also yak herders, and it's a beautiful setting. So now I'll just show you the story in a few slides. So high up in a magical misty Bhutanese village, everyone sleeps peacefully under soft cozy blankets woven by Raptin, their beloved village weaver. Raptin's blankets are special because he blesses them with a silver magic light that he pulls from the air. Tista, his 11-year-old daughter, longs to weave special blankets too that will bring peace to her village. But she just can't pull the silver magic light. Tista has a temper which upsets her friends and makes her feel lonely. And when she tries to barter her blankets in the village, no one wants them. They only want Raptins. Tista desperately wants to pull the silver magic light. Raptin cheers Tista up with her favorite folk song and lovingly comforts her, saying she will easily pull the magic light if she answers the ancient family riddle. Are you a drop or the ocean? Tista can't answer it, and she's afraid that she'll never be the village weaver. She's worried that she will let her family and village down. That night, Raptin is kidnapped by Doma, a vicious demoness who whisks him off to Zongpala. Tista is devastated. Determined to bring her father back, Tista goes to Zongpala and finds herself in a scary realm of dreams. Doma's demons try to steal her dreams. But a magnificent creature, Lobsang, saves her. Lobsang hates Doma as she has kidnapped his son Tashi along with other Zongpu children. In a council, Tista discovers that Doma is making a nightmarish dream blanket to steal dreams from all realms and terrorize them with nightmares. Doma's blanket can only be made by soaking Raptin's peaceful blanket in a child's happy golden dream. Tista now realizes why Doma kidnapped her father and Lobsang's son Tashi. The council tells Tista that the only way she'll get her father back is if she frees their beloved ruler, Master Dawa, whom Doma has imprisoned. So begins Tista and Lobsang's journey to rescue Master Dawa. At first, they don't get along. Lobsang thinks she's annoying and Tista finds him rude. But when Doma's demons try to kidnap Tista, Lobsang saves her. As Lobsang and Tista share their joys and sorrows, they start loving each other. Lobsang reminds her of her loving father, and she reminds him of his dear son Tashi. But then, Doma tempts Lobsang with a deal. His son Tashi in exchange for Tista. Lobsang is shattered. He loves Tista like his own child. Lobsang sacrifices Tashi and his own life so Tista can reach Master Dawa. Tista sees Lobsang dying with forgiveness for Doma's demon, who kills him. She has never seen such unconditional love before, and his death touches her deeply. Tista reaches Master Dawa, but is heartbroken to find that Doma has stolen his dream light, and he is slowly dying. Master Dawa tells Tista the only way she'll get Raptin back and also save Zongpala is if she retrieves his powerful dream light back from Doma and blesses her with it. That will free Doma from her pain. Tista is moved by Master Dawa's selflessness and compassion. In her human realm, leaders of countries wage war to kill their enemies, while Master Dawa is willing to die to save Doma. Just as Tista is about to free Doma from her pain, Doma captures her and throws her in prison with Raptin. Tista is heartbroken. Doma forces Tista to weave her nightmarish dream blanket, but Tista refuses. She hates Doma and wishes she would burn in hell. Eventually, losing her patience, Doma threatens Tista that if she doesn't weave her blanket, she'll kill her father just like she killed Lobsang. Hearing Lobsang's name, Tista remembers his noble death and is inspired by a vision where she sees her soul, a giant woven version of herself, where each person from her life is a woven knot. And Doma and her demons are woven there too. Doma is a part of her own soul. Lobsang's words ring true. Great Spirit's flame is the same in all beings. Tista realizes everything and everyone is a part of her. That's the answer to the riddle. She shouts joyously to Doma, "I am the drop and the ocean, and so are you." And she pulls the silver magic light from the air. Tista realizes that this is the light of unconditional love that made her father's blanket so special. With this light of true love, Tista weaves a beautiful dream blanket. A brilliant starry night sky in which she frees Doma, the demons, and all of Zongpala. Tista awakes back home and sees Raptin as well. Was it just a dream? But she finds Lobsang's tendril in her pocket and the meaning of the riddle expands. Tista tells Raptin she knows the answer to their family riddle and he is delighted. A few months later, Tista barters her new blankets at the village market. Rapton watches proudly as villagers flock around, admiring her unique designs and amazed at the peace her blankets bring. So now let's connect the festival's theme, wisdom of balance, with dreams, magic, and storytelling. Every moment, are you feeling oneness with life? And so, dreaming of how you can contribute to lessen human suffering? And so, acting with compassion no matter how hard it is? If so, you are expressing the wisdom of balance. And that is the only true magical way to live. And then each encounter becomes a story with a happy ending. So our book launch is tomorrow, and it was available in Amazon India, but it's not available anymore. We've run out of some prints, but it is available outside. Tharchin and Jury from IBest Studios have published a very beautiful Bhutanese version that is available for everyone. You can buy it outside. These are the photograph credits for all the pictures that I used in the presentation. And this is my beloved Nani. She is alive right here with me. And Harmonizing Heritage. Thank you everyone so much for your presence and gracing the session.